Did this analyst just predict a sophomore slump for Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos? But before we talk about that, guys, I want to shout out the affiliate partner for today's video, Green Gridiron Helmets. Use code DENSYN, DENSYN, link in the description below to save off your first purchase on authentic NFL helmets. From small replicas like this one behind me to full-size authentic helmets. Again, that is code DENSYN, DENSYN, link in the description below to save off your first purchase from Green Gridiron Helmets. Thank you so much to them. And now back to your regularly scheduled content. So Mike Clay of ESPN every single year puts out quarterback stat projections, and it's based off of an algorithmic formula that takes into account previous trends from quarterbacks and other metrics that measure the potential stat outcomes for quarterbacks the following year. And just like any metric, it's not a perfect science, but his accuracy rate is up there pretty high. He's usually on the conservative side, I will say, with his stats, but they are pretty close to what the actual stat outcomes end up being. And again, man, it's not perfect, but it is a fun metric to look at. And I will say, if Bo Nix ends up putting together the numbers that Mike Clay's formula has him putting out, I think Broncos country might be a little bit disappointed. I want to shout out Andrew Mason for putting together this tweet here and calculating his passer rating based off of Mike Clay's numbers. So, just a little refresher on Bo Nix's numbers last year. 376 for 567, 3,775 yards, a 66.3% completion last year, 29 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 6.7 yards per attempt, took 24 sacks, and his passer rating was up in the 93s. It was like 93 point something. I didn't write it down, but it's 93 point something. So here, his numbers are taking a bit of a dip in every category. He would actually attempt less passes this year per this metric, so I don't know how that would be. I don't know if maybe a projection here is that he's getting hurt, or maybe they already have the last game, already have their playoff seeding set before the last game, and they're not playing Bo in the last game, so I don't know why his pass attempts would be down pretty significantly from 567 to 499. His completion percentage would be the same, 66.3, 24 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. So less touchdowns and only one less interception and less passing yards. 3,427, with a slight dip in the passer rating at 92.8. So if you looked at these numbers on paper next year, you would probably say that Bo Nix didn't take a step forward in his game, or he took a slight step back. But, like I always say when you look at stats, you have to contextualize it, because that's what the raw numbers fail to do. They tell you the what, but they don't tell you the how or the why. Maybe the Broncos are running the ball effectively, and the reason why Bo Nix has less passing touchdowns is because they have a bunch of red zone rushing touchdowns. Maybe Bo Nix himself is getting involved in the red zone run game. Maybe they're running read option and quarterback power and stuff like that down in the red zone, and maybe Bo Nix has a bunch more rushing touchdowns than he did last year. And then with the interceptions, maybe 6 of those interceptions were dropped passes off the receiver's hands that ended up landing in a defender's hands off a deflection. So you have to look at the context behind these numbers. Maybe they've already clinched their playoff seeding before Week 18, and Bo doesn't play that final game. That's maybe why his numbers are a little bit lower in terms of passing attempts. So when you look at stats like this, you would say that Bo Nix didn't take a step forward, but again, you have to look at the context behind the stats. What I'm looking for from Bo Nix next year is he going to take steps forward in his lower body mechanics? Once Josh Allen was able to marry his hips to his arm, that's when we saw Josh lose those accuracy issues that he had early in his career, and he became the Josh Allen that we know today. At times, Bo Nix's downfield accuracy can get a little bit shaky just because he's not tying his hips to his upper body. He's throwing with all arm. It's not that Bo Nix can't throw a deep ball accurately. We know he can, but once he's able to generate velocity and torque with his hips, that will lead to more accurate throws. Another thing that I'm looking for from Bo on tape to step forward in next year is how much better is he at handling the blitz. He was not very good at knowing where his hot route was when teams would bring an all-out blitz at him. It really was apparent in that first Kansas City game. That's where he really struggled with it. So those are a couple of areas where I'd like to see Bo Nix take steps forward in his game on tape. I don't give two craps what the numbers say. I really don't. I want to see what steps forward he is taking on the film. Is he taking those strides with his lower body mechanics? Is he making better decisions? Is he facing the blitz better? Is he making better decisions against the blitz? These are all things that I want to see from Bo Nix on tape. So, quite frankly, I could give two hoots about what his numbers are as long as we see those steps forward on tape. Alright guys, be sure to leave a like on this video as well as subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comment section below, guys, are you evaluating this more off of numbers or more off of tape? Do you think that this would be a disappointing stat output for Bo Nix, or are you like me? Are you more looking at what the film is going to say? Does he take those steps forward on film that we need him to take? Drop those comments down below, guys. I would love to hear your thoughts, as always. Be sure to leave a like on this video as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. I would really appreciate it, guys. Those are both free and easy ways to show your support. Helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out, and it helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country just like you and me. And until next time, guys, I'm your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.